I'll tell you in a second.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest night,
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of the Core, it is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And still no Matt Kona, but time is a construct, so
That's right.
especially when you're dealing with space travel. So, yes.
I saw an awesome meme where it had a picture of Reed Richards, and he was doing the rap that's going around TikTok now. Time doesn't. Let's see. What did he say? And the speech bubble said, "Time doesn't jiggle. No, time doesn't jiggle. It folds." It was funny. Whatever.
Science joke, kids.
Science jokes. I like science jokes.
All right. So tonight we'll be covering Green Lantern 93, 94, and Superboy 47.
That's right.
So, but before we get there,
Any Green Lantern news?
I don't think like I said, I keep forgetting to watch that. What is that in
Beware My Power.
Beware
trailer.
My Power trailer? So yeah, you said it looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, animation looks good, and I mean, it's Jon Stewart. Looks like he and Green Arrow kind of are buddy in it, which I think is kind of cool.
Okay.
Although, spoilers from the trailer, apparently John gets the ring because Hal and all the rest of the Corps are killed.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the trailer wants us to believe, I think. So
I'm trying to remember because I blocked a lot of it out of my mind. But in the live action movie, is that how Hal got the ring? Because Parallax was killing off a bunch of lanterns, or
I think so. Yeah. Well, see, I always mess up. I haven't watched that movie in a very long time.
I know, me
for
neither.
a variety of reasons.
Stay tuned for June, kids.
Yeah. I know in Secret Origin, Jeff Johns kind of rewrote it so that Atrocitus was being escorted by
Abin.
Sur, yeah, and they end up crashing here, and then he gets killed. Hal gets the ring. Sinestro shows up, and then they have to bring Atrocitus in, which I thought was kind of an interesting.
I mean, at least that explains why Abin's in a ship.
Yeah, exactly. When you have a ring, why are you in a ship? But yeah, I thought the Secret Origin done. I think that was done. Was that after Blackest Night or right before Blackest Night? I think it might have been right after Blackest Night.
I
don't know.
Yeah, it might have been after Blackest Night. Yeah,
but the trailer looks really good for Beware My Power. I mean, it's Jon Stewart, and like we were talking about earlier, to a large group of people, Jon Stewart is Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, because of the Justice League animated series.
Exactly. Not Hal, not Kyle, John, because he was in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. And did they do another series after that, or?
No, it was like 2 seasons of Justice League, and I think 2 seasons of Unlimited. Yeah.
And then he wasn't the Green Lantern that showed up in Batman Beyond. That was somebody else, right?
Yeah, I know, because that was in the future. Yeah, I know. It was
far future.
Yeah. It wasn't anybody we knew. Yeah. But yeah, that's why, like Lil says, like a lot of people were surprised, like when in the live action movie when it was Hal and not, Jon Stewart, because off that animated series, a lot of people knew John, but as Loth always points out, that was like a last minute change because originally Ryan Reynolds was supposed to be Barry Allen in a Flash movie. We've been talking about a Flash movie for that long, kids.
Yeah, and there's other weird news about a Flash movie if you want to get down that rabbit hole, but I don't think we do.
I know. I keep up with Ezra Miller. They are always in trouble. I know.
They are. Yes, they are.
I guess he's running around with wearing a Flash ring. It's like, oh god.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's that.
Okay. Oh, hey, it's not DC, but speaking of the color green, as we were recording this today, just a few hours ago, they dropped the She-Hulk trailer. Did you see that?
I did. She looks a little cartoony.
I wonder if that's like the final product, or if
Yeah.
that's just if they're tweaking that CG some more.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks good.
Yeah.
You know,
So, I mean, it doesn't come out till August 17th. So.
So they've still got lots of time to work on it. But yeah, I mean, it looks good.
Oh
And
yeah.
she's a great actress too. If you've ever watched Orphan Black,
Yeah, just from what I saw in the trailer. Yeah, I mean, it looks
different characters in that show. So ice cream clones. Sorry.
But no, I mean, it looks good. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
So yeah, Marvel really kicking it out. So yeah, Miss Marvel I think starts in the beginning of June. Then Thor: Love and Thunder movie is in July, and then She-Hulk starts in August. So
You know, I know the intent behind Miss Marvel from her creator was to have a very physical power set, not sparkly energy and everything.
Yes.
Hence the shape shifting and all that. And them to do something akin to, a Green Lantern ring or a quantum bands for the character is kind of weird. I mean, I'll give it a shot, but that seems a pretty kind of major change to the character, at least in my opinion.
I'm just wondering if it's like a visual thing, that it's like they can make an energy projection look better than like a stretchy arm or something.
A big fist.
Yeah. And budget wise, it might be cheaper.
Who knows? But
it might be cheaper and look better. So I don't know.
Me neither. But yeah, Marvel's the boys are finishing up Moon Knight, so they've got one episode left.
Moon Knight, who likes that character?
I don't know. I thought he liked somebody else.
That's true. Moon Knight's his second favorite character.
Batman, my favorite character. Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
That is correct.
Thank you, Ray. All right.
Dark Crisis. The Zero came out. Number 1 has not come out yet, right?
Yeah, not yet. No. You know what? Before number 1, I believe Road to Dark Crisis is coming. Oh, they're milking this till December. Well, don't you worry. Oh, so you read the issue 0, the Free Comic Book Day issue?
No, I knew that it was out because of Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there really wasn't any Green Lantern in it. There was like again, it's a Free Comic Book Day issue. There was just a few short stories. Like the first one was Clayface thinks he's gonna get away with robbing some museum because the Justice League's dead, but then Wally West shows up and takes care of him, and then like the second story is basically just Nightwing giving the eulogy for the Justice League.
Gotcha.
And then Deathstroke on a rooftop being all menacing in the shadows,
Well, that's kind of his deal, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there was an article. Was it today? They're like, it was either yesterday or today. They're like, oh yeah, Dark Crisis number 2. The majority of the issue is going to be a Nightwing Deathstroke fight.
Ooh, that's
See,
he's enhanced. Nightwing is not. But but Slade is really smart too. He's the drugs increase his intelligence, so that's going to be a hard one for Nightwing.
Yes, but if Batman's missing, presumed dead, does he inherit that Bat God armor?
He might.
I
He had
mean,
it. He had it for a while in the '90s, man.
I was gonna say seriously. I mean, Nightwing's been dealing with Deathstroke for how many years now?
That's true. Since he was a Robin.
Mhm. What was that? Teen Titans #2.
Number 2. That's right. Yeah.
Since like 1980. I mean, in real time, he's been dealing with them for like I think over 40 years. So
Yeah. that's a. He might be able to handle it. I mean, he is kind of awesome, right? I know
oh
some
my,
guy that really likes him. So.
oh yeah, oh my God! You know what they need to do? They need Nightwing to kick his ass in the issue, and then on the last page, as he's standing over Slade's unconscious body, just put, you know, in honor of George Perez.
Nice. Very nice.
This issue dedicated to George Perez.
Yeah. Kicking Slade's butt.
Oh, I'm sure you probably watched episode 2 of Strange New Worlds.
Yes. Excellent
Yes.
episode. That series is just, it's the trick I didn't know I needed, and I need it.
Oh yeah, again, it's classic Trek. Again, I think they're gonna have like stuff that overarcs the whole season, but it's kind of, the episodes are almost kind of self-contained too, which I think a lot of people have been looking for, like all the other older series.
Yeah, I mean, when you get right down to it, Enterprise was the first one that did like a season-long arc,
Yeah,
and then it got canceled. And
yeah.
then when Trek started coming back, Discovery had season-long arcs.
Oh yeah, Picard.
And
Yeah,
Picard. Yeah. Don't get me started about season 2 of Picard. Yeah, I wanted to like it, man. I really did. It was just.
I'm thinking season 3 is going to make up for it, especially if the whole original cast comes back. I mean, they know this is probably going to be their last ride, so hopefully they write them a good,
The last hurrah. Yeah. But yeah, Strange New Worlds is awesome. It really is. My favorite season of Discovery was probably season 2. Season 3 was a little bit of a dip. Season 4, I think, was good.
Yeah.
But Strange New Worlds is up there, and it's it's just awesome.
I just from Discovery season 2, like just the first time we see Anson Mount as Pike, I'm just like, I love this. I never gave 2 craps about Pike. I'm like, I love Pike. I'm like, I might like him better than any other captain. This is awesome. No, I mean, he does a really good job.
He does, yeah. And then the rest of everybody else, the rest of the cast is just
yeah,
too.
Oh yeah, great casting.
Young Uhura.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was. I told Stace, I said, "Look, hey, one actress played number 1 and Nurse Chapel, and now they've got 2 separate people having to play the." She went, "Shut up." Okay,
Oh, did I see somewhere? I thought I saw somewhere online. They said, yeah, it's like when she came back as Nurse Chapel, she like dyed her hair, hoping like the producers or whoever didn't like recognize her.
Oh,
They,
really?
I don't know if she thought she wasn't going to get hired, if they knew she was already in it, and that as number 1.
Nice. I did not know that.
Meanwhile, she was in most of those series up to
Yep.
as the voice of the computer, Lexana Troy. Yeah.
And she was not in Next Gen and Deep Space Nine.
Yes. Yes. She made more. She probably made almost as many appearances as Worf.
Yeah, romancing Odo, if I remember correctly.
After Picard turned her down. She likes bald men.
All
right, so
anything else going on?
I'm trying to think. Oh, I sent you that picture. Yes, I found a new comic shop a little bit from here. I found some Red Lantern issues.
Yeah.
I found a Sinestro issue, some Green Lanterns with Simon and Jessica because I had only gotten up to like 10 or 11 with that series, but yeah, I found like a handful. I think all in all, I got like 25 or 26 issues because they were like there was a dollar bin, so I was just like, okay, let's see what I don't have.
What have we got?
Yeah,
but no, I did the same thing with I think Midtown Comics was having an online sale or something. I picked up a whole bunch of Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps, and a bunch of Green Lanterns. I think I've got almost all of them, but there's a few I'm missing. I just want to sit and
Yeah.
binge those things when I get them all.
Like I can't wait till I can't wait till we get I mean, yeah, of course, past Rebirth, but like the new 52 stuff. I'm like, I forgot how good this was because I always have like bad memories of New 52. But of course, what was the best stuff? All the Batman stuff and all the Lantern stuff because
Exactly.
they tweaked those the least going into New 52.
Yeah, that was about the softest reboot of anything.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, Batman and Green Lantern, the softest reboots. Yes.
I mean, and Green Lantern didn't really. It was the story just
No.
kept going. I mean, it was like
Yeah, no, he kind
insane.
of what Hal quit. Spoilers, Hal quits at the end of
Yeah.
right before and then New 52 start. Yeah, I know that sounds like you would if they hadn't to slap New 52 on there, you would have been like, wait a minute, is
Just
this
a
New
regular book.
52?
Yeah.
I know. I was like, oh, I'm like, I forgot how great these was, and I never read Red Lanterns before, so I like sampled a bunch of whatever they had.
Mhm.
Man, those Guy Gardner's Red Lantern, that's some pretty good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I read the GL New Gods Godhead crossover.
Yeah, I
which
got
was-
a couple parts of that. I just read the Green Lantern part, so yeah, I was reading some Red Lanterns of that. I got a Sinestro issue in there. In
Yeah,
Godhead,
and
yeah.
during that time, Guy was straight up Red Lantern.
Oh
and-
yeah, could so like, hey, who else is angry enough to channel one of them? Right? Then he grew that mustache.
Yeah, I won't comment on that, but yeah, I mean and I think yeah, I've been working on compiling a list of all of the Green Lantern collected editions, whatever they reprint and all that.
Yeah.
I think I've almost finished it, but there's a lot of stuff. Everything from Rebirth up has been collected.
Oh yeah, of course.
Um, not see everything. You can get the Green Lantern Volume 2 from Showcase all the way up to I think 106 has been collected either in hardcover or softcover or something. Omnibuses or archives or whatever. But once you hit 106 and 107 and up, it's pretty spotty until like the 170s, 180s, and they still miss some here and there.
Yeah. I figured that they might do that because it wasn't around 180 when John Stewart takes over as Green
I
Lantern.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And
so that's
then Volume 3, the first arc with Hal and John and Guy, The Road Back, is collected. But then there's Emerald Twilight and a few Kyle collections here and there, but not a whole lot. I mean, the whole series that we're on right now hasn't really been collected much at all.
yeah. Again, like you were saying, like around the 2000 some on, they collected. I think most of Marvel and DC, they usually I think they started collecting everything at that point. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like when you get to the 90s and stuff, it's like kind of spotty. It's like they kind of pick and chose what they collect and what they didn't collect. So, yeah, they need. That's like what J.D. Mateus was saying. He was like, "Hey, it's a lot of my '90s Spider-Man stuff, and hey,
Yeah.
why don't we collect it?"
Well, and speaking of friend of the show,
Oh yes, I'm sorry, William. Look at cracking the whip harder than a little hellfire. Yes, friend of the show, J.D. Mateus.
This is J.D. Mateus, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Okay.
he wrote. Yeah, sorry, I was waiting there. Didn't he write a bunch of Red Lanterns? I think he was on Red Lanterns for a while.
He might have. Like I said, I got a bunch here and there. I didn't get. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember seeing his name. I forget who did I see. Was Colin Bunn on some of those, or was that Sinestro?
I think he
issue?
was on Sinestro.
Yeah, because I did get one Sinestro issue. That might have been Colin Bunn on Sinestro. I'm trying to remember.
Giffen
who
was
did I see?
on Larfleeze, I think, wasn't he?
Maybe. Yeah, unless I missed them. Yeah, I the ones I have, I don't think Dave Mateus was the writer.
Ooh, I'll have to look back over some of those, but
Should have brought him out here in front of me.
but yeah, I mean, New 52 was a lot of things, a lot of things.
Yes.
But it was pretty great for Green Lantern. We had Green Lantern, we had Red Lanterns, We had there for a while. We had a Sinestro book. We had a Larfleeze book. We had Green Lantern New Guardians. With I mean, so there was every month there was a Green Lantern Core book. So throughout most of the New 52, there was at least 3 or 4 Green Lantern books every month, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So should we jump into tonight's issues?
You bet.
All right. So yeah, this first one I completely forgotten about. It's a good issue, but I completely forgot about it. And then, I got to like the first page or two, and just like all of a sudden, like a Matrix download, I was just like, "Oh yeah, Halloween, Deadman, yes, I remember this."
I remember the cover. It's the face.
Oh yeah, with Cal's face. Yeah.
But I know I read it, but I'm like, wow, okay, I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, I have it, but I haven't read it in the longest time. And yeah, one like I said, first page or two, I was like, yes, Halloween. A killer, yes.
Yeah, and a stabby killer almost takes out Green Lantern. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, again, I mean, he kind of got handicapped with Deadman.
Yeah, that's true.
Because at first, Deadman doesn't even know it's Green Lantern.
Yeah. Oh wait, this thing's real.
It was pretty nifty. Oh wait a minute. All right. I have a short synopsis, then we can go over it. But
Okay.
all right. So yeah, Green Lantern. This was not a part of the crossover between the next issue and Superboy. So yeah, this is a standalone. Green Lantern Volume 3, number 93, December 1997, All Hallows Eve. All right, kids. Yes. Again, regular issue written by friend of the show. Where's my button at? Oh, here it is. Okay, friend of the show.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Pencilers Tom Grindberg and Daryl Banks. Inkers Carlos Garzon and Terry Austin. Colorist Rob Schwager. Letterer Chris Eliopoulos and editor Dana Curtin. All right, so as Cal, Rayner, and Jade meet some friends for a Halloween festival in the village, one of their friends lies dead, murdered for being gay. Deadman possesses Green Lantern in order to track the killer. And that's my synopsis.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, but one interesting bit of trivia. So yeah, it's like the whole neighborhood's dressed up in costumes. Under the trivia, it says on page 12, you can see civilians dressed up as Rorschach, Ozymandias, and Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen.
Nice.
How much would I bet that's a Ron Mars note? He's like, yeah, can you put some Watchmen in there?
These guys in there. Well, and kudos to Mars for introducing, this theme of prejudice against LBTGIA stuff, LGBTIA plus stuff. Because this was 97, so
oh yeah, December 97. Yeah, I know.
So kudos to him.
It's 1997. I was waiting for gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Seinfeld. But yeah, I mean, the art on this was good, but it's kind of weird when you get Grindberg and Daryl Banks because their styles are so different.
Yeah, I mean the Deadman stuff looked good from Grindberg because that really fit kind of in his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And then the Banks Green Lantern stuff is of course really nice looking because it's Banks Green Lantern, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, that is kind of funny when just the changing style, because it's like Grindberg kind of does the beginning and the end, and then Daryl Banks kind of does the middle, big part in the middle. Yeah. But I mean, both artists. It does. I mean, depending on artists, especially back in the day, like you could read a comic and not know if it was supposed to be day or night. Here, you could tell it's night.
Yep, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Like the shadows and coloring and everything. Yeah, you can tell it's night. I love Cal. He's just like, oh, we can't find somebody? I'll go look for them. And it's just like, I'll go fly because I'll never find someone in this crowd.
Hey, it's like whenever we play Breath of the Wild, I'm like, if I had one of those paragliders, I would use it to go downstairs. Okay. Oh, there's a step there. Popping that thing and dropping. So
Heck
with a
yeah.
ring, yeah, I'd fly everywhere too.
Exactly. I've thought that before in traffic too. I'm like, why can't this car fly?
Mhm. Wait, why do
Get
I
one of those-
even? Why don't I have quantum bands and like a power ring? Wouldn't that just be kind of awesome?
Or even just one of those shield specials, the flying car.
Oh yeah, that would work too. I asked the boys this question: if you could choose between quantum bands or a power ring, and we're talking modern power rings,
Yes.
which one would you choose?
Hmm.
Because there are some definite benefits to the various things. I mean, they function similarly, but you know.
I guess. I mean, could you do everything with the quantum bands with the ring? Because isn't it only limited by your imagination?
Hmm. I mean,
Imagination.
you have a nice database, and an AI in the ring,
Oh yes, yes,
which is a
yes.
plus. But with the
Well,
quantum bands, you have Epoch, so
yeah.
tell
How do
me
we know?
everything.
How do we know we have a database? Did Wendell ever try to talk to those bands?
That's true. We don't know if he did. Both of them can, interstellar flight, create constructs. Did and I don't know without without parallax in the central power battery, yellow is no longer a weakness, right?
I'm trying to remember. Is it completely gone, or is it like they can overcome it just with like greater concentration or something?
Well,
I
and see,
forget.
that was early on. They'd bottled him back up, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
veterans who knew fear could get past it. Rookies, it was still a problem for them. But then, Sinestro Corps and New 52
Oh,
and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff happened, and Blackest Night. So
I don't think we've ever mentioned yellow, so yeah, I don't think it's a problem anymore.
yeah, so yeah, I was just, I mean, I don't know. I was,
I mean, it's pretty much the same. I mean, except you can take a ring off. Those quantum bands pretty much are
yeah,
stuck on your
you got them for life. So
unless some maniac chops your hands off or something.
and that will never happen, right?
No.
See the Quantum Zone episode number.
You should go back and listen to all the Quantum Zone episodes, kids.
Exactly.
Scroll way down on this feed or just go to our YouTube channel. There's a whole Quantum Zone playlist, kids. So
That's right.
trust me.
153 episodes.
I think now, yeah.
We did
Because
the summer or the annual.
I think we've got the annual might actually be 154.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah. But yes, kids, it's free. But even if you had to pay, it'd be worth the price of admission just for Matt Cohn alone.
That's right. And reading some of the lines from Star Blast.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I hope it's going somewhere nice.
Mhm.
It's got to be longer. I need a full length one.
Something how young he sounds.
That's right. How young we all sound.
But I mean, I like that. Yeah, Mars. It's a Halloween. There's this killer stalking. So yeah, let's bring in Deadman.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I mean, and Mars he's really, really good at these one and done issues,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that was editorial kind of driving that, but a lot of Kyle's run up to this point has been a lot of single issue stories. You
Oh
don't,
yeah.
you have, of course, Graven and all that went on, but a lot of them were just, hey, here's an issue, done. Here's another issue, done. We've had crossovers with Green Arrow and
Oh yeah.
twice now.
Because I mean, since Graven, what Fatality was 3 issues. Your
Mhm.
favorite Machine Messiah was what, 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the rest of them were just like ones and stuff. Yeah.
And I mean, he's good at it, and
Oh yeah.
that was what what editorial wanted, I guess, or what he wanted, or what the people wanted, or what they all
Mhm.
wanted, because that's what was
Yeah.
being made. So
I think it's a bunch of onesies or twosies or crossing
Mhm.
over with other books until we hit 100. Emerald Knights.
What? Does something happen in Emerald Knights? I don't know. What are you talking about, Phil?
Come back. That's right, kids. Come back in August for Emerald Knights. Yes. After summer of '69.
That's right. Will's going to be very happy for some reason.
July and August. Will's going to be very happy. Yeah, so what else about this issue?
Jade shows up and saves the day, which I thought was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, it is cool. Yeah, it's just I mean, at least distracts that killer long enough. Yeah, so he jumps out the window.
And we got kind of a nice, EC like twist, where
At the end, yes.
Yeah.
Where Deadman reanimates the murder victim. Yep. And the killer slips and lands on his knife. He's
on his
trying to
own
find
knife. Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, Deadman points out like the flaw in that. Oh, only Cal can use that ring. What's like, well, if you can control him or possess him, you can control that ring too.
Exactly.
Don't you think after Simon wouldn't? I mean, maybe he doesn't know how or he can't, but wouldn't Cal try to do a Quasar thing and be like, "Hey, ring, keep me from being mentally controlled," or
Yeah.
"Hey, shut down if anyone takes me over."
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. And but we don't really know.
But is there an AI in that ring?
Is there an AI in that ring? Because it was part of the central power battery, right? We think, or we don't know what Ganthet did.
I mean, there's no central power battery yet, so it's either that, or do you think maybe Ganthet has not to pull a Iron Man and Spider-Man here, but does Ganthet have the training wheels on that ring, so he can't turn on that AI yet?
I don't know. It's weird because
Wouldn't the AI make it easier?
Maybe. I mean, it's weird because we get they go back and revisit that, and so Kyle was not just you'll do.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was it wasn't just random chance that happened there, because doesn't when do we see Ganthet going back and talking to Guy? Is that
I can't remember. Is that even in Mars's run, or is that like
that may be post? Yeah, that may be further on down the line.
Yeah, I think that might be. So yeah, we might be a while away from that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think again they wanted a back to basics approach. We're kind of still in that. So I don't know if they wanted the AIs and stuff and talking rings. They just wanted, oh hey, he puts the ring on, he thinks stuff, and
stuff happens.
he makes
Exactly.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think his ring has an AI in it. I at least we don't even really the ring would talk, so it sort of had an AI. I don't think they ever called it an AI in the Silver Age.
No.
But then in the 90s, no.
Yeah.
And then back when with post Rebirth, the rings do have an AI, and we get a great story in Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp's with Pingaweer and Merwidin, I think, or something. Yeah. Which is a fun little issue.
Yeah. I mean, and again, too, maybe there is no AI. I'm trying to remember how far down that is when like his ring get like maybe once he becomes Ion. Spoilers.
What? Does that happen?
Yeah. Maybe on the other side of 150. Maybe I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Because once he brings back Guardians and stuff,
yeah, the Guardians.
There's
a lot of that stuff.
Poozer.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff that I've never read, which I'm kind of looking forward to, doing.
Oh, like the latter parts of the series.
30, 40 issues or so.
Yeah. Oh.
Because I know Kilowog comes back.
Oh. Oh yeah. Before Rebirth. Yes, he's reborn before Rebirth. Yes. And some Guardians. Yep.
And some Guardians. Yeah, because the Guardians.
Oh, I think he brings back Oa too. Yeah.
Do we see Mogo again? Pre-Rebirth?
I'm trying to remember. I'm not sure. Maybe again. It's been a while since I have read them, but it's been a while. Oh, well, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
I'm trying to remember. I think now are we getting the Rebirth by April or May? It might be around a year or a little less till we get the Rebirth. So yeah, sometime in the next year, kids, we'll get the answers to all these. So.
That's right. We will answer all of your Green Lantern questions.
Okay, my final question about issue 93. So is Deadman sitting in front of someone's coffee there on the in the last panel, someone else's coffee, because it's like no one can see him, right? So no one put a thing of coffee in front of him, right?
I think he's sitting in front of somebody else.
That's just artistic license, right?
I think so.
I mean, it's a cool image, but it's just like no one can see him, and even if they could, I don't think he can drink that coffee. Right?
Maybe it's ghost coffee.
Oh,
Do they make ghost coffee? I don't know.
Yeah, they call it decaf.
Decaf. It's just a pale imitation. Sorry.
Hiya, kids! Welcome to the Dad Joke Podcast.
That's right.
Hey, it's on brand.
Mm-hmm. Totally on brand.
So yes, we had a murder victim, but it's like yes, the killer got his kids.
That's right. That is correct.
But yeah,
So,
I mean, it was a good issue.
Yeah, I think it was just a good, solid, single issue story that, had Deadman and you notice the circus themed constructs, right?
Oh yeah, Boston, because it's a Boston brand. Actually makes an elephant and stuff. Yeah,
thought that was a nice touch.
Oh yeah, of course. All right, so should we move along to our 2-part crossover?
You bet.
All right, so the Green Lantern Superboy crossover begins in Green Lantern number 94 from January 9th. We're in January 1988. Well,
98.
1998. Yeah, sorry, 1998.
Nice.
Idol Worship, Part 1. Of course, again, friend of the show, Ron Mars writing this thing.
He also writes the second part too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I wonder if they were just like, hey, it'll be easy. Oh, you know what? I was going to say, did they just have him take over? But I think he wrote some of that Superboy series. I don't know how long he was on there, but
I don't either.
So that's probably the easiest crossovers to do. It's like, hey, I'm writing both books. So all I got to figure out is which one ships before the second one. And
Green Lantern, Silver Surfer. Whatever.
Boy, Mars has a thing for surfing, doesn't he?
I did notice that.
Silver Surfer, Hawaii, That
was kind of funny, I thought. Because you see Kyle come in on a green surfboard and I went, hey, that's very Silver Surfer-ish.
Oh, that Connor Hawk crossover. What was that last week? I mean, then at one point there, although I think that was in a Green Arrow issue, so I don't think that was even Mars, but they were like riding surfboards through the sky, weren't they?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Chuck's like, I got you, Ron. Don't worry. So yeah, Ron Mars, Daryl Banks, penciler, Terry Austin, inkers, colorist Jason Wright, and letterer Chris Iliopoulos, and I don't see an editor. All right. So yeah, Idol Worship Part 1. Cal Rayner meets with Simone Montaigne, who we'll see again, who is an agent specializing in artists. She is fond of Cal's work and wants him to do some Hawaii-related paintings. Wasting no time, Cal immediately takes off to Hawaii as Green Lantern. Boy, the double entendre is just in what, 2 pages? Pages?
I mean, there were a lot.
Let me see it. What? And I love he's like, oh, I'll fly right out to Hawaii. With my freaking flyer mouse. So yes, we've set up an agent. He's like, hey, maybe I'll get some regular work and I'll have to spend half my time looking for work and avoiding it.
Yeah.
As soon as Green Lantern arrives on the island, he gets into a fight with a stone creature. Superboy comes to help Green Lantern and explains that their opponent is a Menahune named Kikona? Wait, what? Kikona?
And I'm visiting nursing homes with bad intentions.
Nice.
The fight lasts a little longer, but then 3 other Menahune appear. They apologize for the problems afflicted by Kikona and leave with him. So yes, I believe So a little shout out to Superboy, previous issues of Superboy.
I was just doing some checking. Looks like Mars only did like 3 issues, like 45, 46, and 47. I think
Oh.
Barbara Kessel wrote some before then, and then some after, and then Carl Kessel took over writing, I think.
Maybe they just needed a fill-in, so
Yeah, I guess.
Mars does 3 and say, hey, I can squeeze a Green Lantern crossover in there.
we got that.
Has to have some fun with it. After taking care of some of Superboy's female groupies, I love how Cal's about to write Cal Rayner, and he's like, "Oh no, no, gotta sign Green Lantern." Him and Green Lantern take off and talk a little bit to get to know each other better. Cal talks about his job as an artist and suggests to show Superboy how to draw. His first tries are not very successful, though, and Superboy gets frustrated pretty quickly. Out of nowhere, Silver Sword appears and knocks both Superboy and Green Lantern unconscious. Not the one you wanted, kid. Silver Sword. As they awake, they find themselves atop the abyss of a volcano, and a woman who calls herself the goddess Pele talks about how she intends to seize back her empire. And then Silver Sword just throws both helpless heroes into the hot lava.
We need some incidental music here.
Oh yes, into the hot lava.
There we go.
I love what's like Pele, the soccer player. Yeah, no real notes for this. Just as continued in Superboy 47. All right, Will. So what you think?
I mean, it's another good solid issue by Mars. With good Paul Pelletier doing the art, which was really nice. I think he was he also like a Superboy artist too for a while?
I'm
thinking of Tom Grummett.
Yeah. No, he might just. I guess he was just a fill-in.
Leonard fill-in. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't say Paul Pelletier in the credits in the issue? Yeah, on this summary I have it says Daryl Banks, but yeah, it's Paul Pelletier.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's interesting, and I've forgotten that Superboy was set in Hawaii during this time. You know?
Oh yeah. I think from like issue 1 until he disappears around issue 50. I think then I think he starts hanging out at Project Pegasus after a while. Oh, I believe Superboy around issue 60 I believe he's the one who first discovers hyper time. Maybe.
Oh, cool.
It's either him or was it that Kingdom Comes? Or no, like the prequel or the sequel to Kingdom Come. I forget what it is, but it's either before or after that. But yeah, Superboy's one of the first. The Kingdom, yeah. I forget if that's either before or after it, but yeah, Superboy's either the first or second to discover hyper time.
Cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, they do a big thing with that. I love this issue. It's like they're falling into the hot lava. How did we get here? Rewind. I'm getting hit on by this agent. But of course, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, he gets, he flies to Hawaii and then he gets in a fight with this menace. So of course, Superboy's going to show up. And I believe, before we get to the Superboy issue, yes, I do remember this in the Superboy book. He got infected with some sickness, and he was cured, but he stopped aging at least for again for a while. But right at this point, he's stuck at 16 years old.
Okay, so this Superboy, because there's a lot of stuff I missed.
Yes.
Does he become Con-El?
Yeah.
Joins the Titans, and is that Superboy? Okay.
Yeah, the one with the T-shirt. Yeah. So, he eventually starts growing again, but yes, he's the guy in when Jeff Johns does Teen Titans. Yeah. He becomes Con-El because I think it might be issue 59. There's one where I think Superman shows him like images of like Krypton, and then he's like, "Oh, you're part of my family now. I'll give you the name like Con-El or whatever." Connor, Con-El. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Connor Kent.
Yes.
Because he
Yes.
ends up moving to Smallville for a while, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, because the last issue of the series, issue 100, like he was like living in some apartment building. I forget if he was like even working with us, like the super or something, and like just like the neighborhood gets trashed and stuff. And like the end of like 100, Superman's like, "Oh, you need some like guidance and so just someone watch." So he takes him to the Ken farm, and that's where
Works for me.
I think that's where he stays till Teen Titans #1. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I wonder if they canceled this series because of numbers at issue 100, or if they were just like, "Oh, hey, Teen Titans is coming."
I had no clue.
I know. Let me see something. Let me look this up. Let's compare dates here.
Yep, 100. It has 100 issues. It also has a 0 and a 1 million issue because, of course, it does.
Crossovers. Yeah. So basically, he got like 102 issues. Oh,
Yep.
July 2002 for Superboy 100. You know what I'm thinking? Let me look up that Teen Titans, but I think that is kind of close. Sorry, kids. I always ask myself these questions, and I never did the homework until now.
Wow. I mean, Carl Kessel had an 8-page story in that. It looks like he wrote Superboy for a pretty long time, didn't he?
Maybe. Probably most of the back half, maybe.
I see Jimmy Palmiotti on some of these.
Oh, yeah. Again, it's been so long since I read this series, too.
Oh, and here's Our Worlds at War crossover. I vaguely remember that giant crossover.
Oh, we'll get a little into that. We're going to get a little into that coming up here, too. Yes, William. We will get there. So what did I say? Like July 2002 for Superboy 100?
I think so.
And then it looks like Teen Titans #1 was September 2003. So it's
okay.
a little over a year between them. So
That's interesting.
Yeah,
because we've been trying to figure out the timing around some of that, the Titans relaunch and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I just wonder like how much ahead of time they're just like, hey, we're gonna throw him in a team book. So,
or maybe it was just like, hey, he's canceled. Somebody liked him, and they said, I want to put him in a team book, and then there you go. I mean, who knows?
I was gonna say, he got 100 issues, a little over, but so did Azrael. So,
that's an interesting point.
Well, as I tell Lilith every time she rolls her eyes at that fact, I'm like, well, you know why Azrael got 100 issues, right? He was like Denny O'Neil's little pet there because he wrote every single issue of Azrael. I don't think there was one fill-in on that thing.
That makes a lot of sense. I'd forgotten he was the prime mover behind Azrael.
Oh yeah, he was the big Batman honcho for how long? So
yeah,
he wants Azrael. We're gonna. And again, you get the big Bat family crossovers. It's like, hey, another book to cross into.
Yep, absolutely. But, and you remember that first Azrael book was done by
Azrael. Yeah,
I don't think anybody's going to remember the artist on that book. Some guy named Joe Quesada, I think. Who's that?
Yeah, I know. I never remember that. Yeah. I remember when that first came out. They're like, "Hey, this miniseries is going to be important. We can't tell you why. This character is going to be important. We can't tell you why yet, but it's going to be."
This artist is going to be important.
Yeah, but they're like, just for the story, it's like it's going to be important. We can't tell you why.
Oh, the back thing. Yeah.
Oh snap! I know, and they're just like, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, we knew he was going to take over. Come on."
Yeah, kind of obvious.
I mean, oh my! I should ask Ray. I'd be like, "Hey, did you read any Nightfall?" Because I asked him this morning. I said, "Hey, how's your reread of the Mark Waid Flash?" He said he likes it. He's up around issue 80 or 81, but he slowed down a little bit because I guess he's reading some like Hawkman and some Wonder Woman. I think he said around that time or something. So
cool.
Yeah. So he's dipping his toe in, but I haven't heard anything about
Batman. My favorite character.
Or Green Lantern. He should be,
I know. I
feedback.
I think I've said that to him before. I'm like, hey, good. You're in the 90s. Yeah, read some 90s Green Lantern. Send us feedback.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
I don't know why he doesn't get back to us.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
I have no I have nothing, man. I got nothing.
I know. It's a mystery. All right, so should we get to the last issue?
You bet.
All right, so the crossover ends in Superboy. Oh boy, Volume 4, number 47.
Volume 4.
Well, you figure there was probably there was that Silver Age one. Wasn't there at least one or two of those series based on there was like a TV show? What was that?
show?
Late
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah, I didn't realize that this was the fourth one. So interesting.
Yeah,
well, there was Superboy and the Legion was for a while.
Yeah.
But was that the Silver? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he had a solo book. Was he in the Legion? So who knows? All right, so yeah, also January 1998, Idol Worship Part 2, Fired Up. There was no pun on the first one. Come on, Mars.
You're slipping, man. You're slipping.
I know. So yeah, like we said, once again, writer Ron Mars, penciler Georges Genty, inker Doug Hazelwood, colorist Buzz Setzer, letterer Richard Starking Comic Craft, and editor Mike McAvaney. At the compound, some Superboy stuff, kids. Double X is excited when his new friend Anya calls him someone who he is very infatuated with. At the Kilauea volcano, Superboy and Green Lantern emerge from a lava pit, safe thanks to Green Lantern's efforts. I thought it was kind of a team effort because he's like, "Oh, your tactile telekinesis kept us safe. I could throw a bubble up." Because yes, kids, when the Cadmus scientists tried to recreate Superman, they kind of couldn't recreate that Kryptonian strength. So like the aura that's around, well, at least around the Kryptonians in this era, they kind of use that. They give him his strength and stuff. So like he could just like touch stuff and like take it apart without, just laying his hand on it or.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like his own little personal force field. That's like, I mean, I think his suit gets ripped in this, but it's like, it was like the same thing they did. Like, I think they started with John Byrne. Like they said, like Superman would have like a real skin tight, like aura around him, which like why his cape would always get trashed, but not like his suit.
In the Silver Age, it was because it was made of Kryptonian stuff.
Oh, yeah. He was wearing that baby blanket.
That's right.
They leave the volcano hoping to find Silver Sword and Pele, his new master, who claims to be the real Hawaiian fire goddess, come to reclaim her islands. Pele and Silver Sword saunter into the streets of Hilo, with Pele demanding that everyone respect her as a goddess. Respect my Thota. Some of the locals are swayed, but the police insist she move on. Superboy and Green Lantern quickly get there, much to Pele's disapproval. She sees Superboy as the embodiment of everything that is wrong with Hawaii and seeks to show them all that she is genuine. So literally, she is like, "Get off my lawn, kid." Pele causes a lava flow to erupt in the middle of the street, endangering 100 people nearby. Green Lantern and the Kid work quickly to contain the lava flow and save the innocents. Silver Sword questions Pele's motives at putting people in danger, but she merely responds that Hawaii and its people are hers to do with what she will. Denouncing her at once as a fraud, Silver Sword attacks her, but she defeats him. Superboy confronts her and manages to get her at his mercy. Frightened, not wanting for things to go back to the way they were, Pele throws herself in the lava pit. Drama queen. Afterwards, Cal gives a saddened Superboy an art lesson. The Kid feels bad, especially since he is being largely blamed for the whole incident. Green Lantern tries to cheer him up before leaving, but the Kid is too down about the whole ordeal. Oh yeah, and his girlfriend left.
Yeah. I was looking to see if she appeared again. There is a Pele that appears in 2009 in Wonder Woman, but I don't know if it's. I don't think it's the same character.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of weird because like I said, after like issue 50, he kind of does he get thrown into the future or something? Yeah, because I think he like meets Commandy or something. But it's like he kind of does some time travel. He comes back, and I don't think he doesn't go back to Hawaii. He travels around a little bit. Then he goes to like Project Cadmus, I think, for a while. So yeah, he doesn't. That's probably why Pele doesn't come back, because I don't think he doesn't go back to Hawaii.
Gotcha.
At least for the most part. All right. So what did you think, Will?
That's a cool little crossover, you know?
Mhm.
I'd like to be able to fly to Hawaii
Oh yeah.
with a power ring. That'd be cool.
So you said you didn't read a lot of this Green Lantern series?
I mean,
Superboy.
Superboy. No,
Superboy, yeah.
I think I may have got the first year or so of it, but it's been so long, I don't even remember
Oh yeah.
reading them. I'm
Again,
sure I'll find them somewhere in the stack.
yes. All these books we spun out of Death of Superman, Superboy, Steel. The Eradicator showed up in Outsiders.
Yep. A lot of comics got moved because of the death of Superman.
And of course, we got Nightfall. We spun in that 100 issues of a little over 100 issues of Azrael out of that because again, he got an issue 0. He got a.
When did the Nightwing book debut? Was it around that time or was it before?
Here, let me look this up. It might be. I think it was like 96, maybe.
Okay.
It wasn't immediate. I know that. Like he was showing up off and on in the bad books, but
yeah, because he was in Bloodhaven. It was written by Dixon, wasn't it?
yeah, he went to Bloodhaven in issue 1 because, like, a bunch of dead bodies floated up the river from Bloodhaven, and Batman's like, can't leave Gotham, so you go check it out.
Yeah,
it's pretty much what it was. Ooh, Nightwing #1 from 1996. Yeah, it goes for $28.50. Nice.
I
can retire. I can retire.
It ran about 100 issues or so, didn't it?
It ran a little over 100. It was like 152.
Awesome.
And I believe the only reason they got canceled is because that's when they killed off Batman and Nightwing became Batman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it might have went even longer, but it just he had become Batman. Can't find an actual the month, but yeah, it is 1996. Oh wait, here we go. Yeah, October 1996.
Cool. And that had like Scott McDaniel doing the art for a while.
Oh
It was
yeah,
like a
yeah.
really good series.
Oh yeah, at least 30 some issues of Scott McDaniel art. Yeah, Chuck Dixon stayed on there I think till like issue 70 was his last one. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because Devin Grayson took over 71. Yeah. I know a little bit about Nightwing, Will.
Really? Why is that, Phil?
Because me and another real professor do a show on Nightwing. We got 2 real professors. Suck it, Charlie Esser. DC, he'll never hear this.
Cool. Well, okay, I have to ask now.
Yes, sir.
Is there a Nightwing Funko?
Oh, there's a few, William.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just myself, I have like, I have one up there, and then there's a one from like Teen Titans Go up there.
Is that the Nightwing from the Batman animated series up there?
What, the statue?
Oh, it's a statue.
There's one up in the corner. That's like a statue. It's from the animated series. Yeah.
That design was awesome.
I know. He actually had wings. Yeah. I got that.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah. There's like I think there's a red New 52 one, but I haven't been able to get that. I haven't seen him in the store, and I believe he's like Hal Jordan. I believe he's kind of pricey now. So, yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, they have all kinds of action figures and Funkos of Nightwing. But it's never enough.
It's never enough. It's how about some more Quasar stuff, people?
Oh yeah, we definitely don't have enough Quasar stuff. Yeah, get the Quasar talk out this week because our special guest will roll her eyes next week if we talk too much about Quasar.
Well, I think we were talking earlier. They were there's going to be a Kyle statue or a Kyle figure. A new Kyle figure is coming out.
Yeah, I think I like a McFarlane figure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I thought there was at least one Kyle figure. Was there something else coming out? I can't remember.
I think there was a statue, maybe.
Maybe.
Because I think Atrocitus was one of the statues. And Kyle was one of the statues, maybe. I'll have to go back and look.
Oh, yeah. Because wasn't there a bunch of green effects and stuff on the statue or something?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Maybe, and there may have been a Hal one too, but I don't remember.
But yeah, there's yeah, you're right. I think there is at least two Cal Rayner things coming out. Suck it, Lilith.
And he is nowhere to be found still. I mean, for going on 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he's appeared since the end of Green Lanterns, right?
I think so. Although, I mean, and again, it might not be the real Cal Rayner, but it's like
the Dream thing coming up.
We're gonna see him in that
yeah.
World Without a Justice League Green Lantern issue. Yeah. So that's right, kids. Right into the man, the Cal Rayner. Again, oh, you know what? That's what I was thinking about today. I was like, we all just give us a monthly Green Lantern core book, kind of rotate the leads and stuff. I was thinking, why don't we pair him off? If John's going to be kind of like a Guardian level, he can be off on his own. But why don't we do like make a couple buddy? You could do different arcs of buddy cop. One could be Hal and Joe. Again, I liked what they did in the Red Lantern book. Give us Guy and Simon.
Yep.
And then you could have Cal and Jessica.
Yeah. There we go.
They just rotate those duos every arc.
Yeah. Or make it.
Or just one big story and you just go back and forth.
Yeah, it's just a big, or make it double sized. And, you have 2 22-page stories. And then.
Instead of two monthly Green Lantern books, just give us one double-sized book every month.
Yeah. That would work.
I mean, Batman Urban Knights, they're putting out a, what is that, $79.99 book every month.
Yeah.
I know, Ray. It's because it's I know, Ray, because it's Batman. I know. Batman sells, Ray. You don't have to tell me that, Ray. I know.
Batman, my favorite character. Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
Enough of your Batman push, Ray. All right. Anything else?
I can't think of anything right now.
All right. So, all right, kids, next week.
What's our homework?
For episode 69 with a special guest. I don't think I even have to tell you who it is for episode 69, but I will. It's Lilith Hellfire. I think you've been here for 5 minutes. If you don't know, episode 69, it's going to be Lilith Hellfire.
That's right.
Bigger, harder, stronger. Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done. Somebody's muffins getting buttered. That ain't my business.
All right, so we have another crossover, but that's 3 issues, but we're going to do a total of 5. So we're going to do Green Lantern 95, and then Green Lantern 96, I believe, starts the crossover, which will be Green Lantern 96, Green Arrow 130, so a third Connor Hawk crossover, but we're going to add the Flash this time from the Flash 135.
Nice.
And also for good measure, Green Lantern 80-page giant #1.
Cool. I'm trying to remember. Wow, I don't remember the 80-page giant. I'm thinking of
I think it's a bunch of short stories. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the special that has a Jim Lee cover. So that's way further in the future.
Yeah, I think we're. Yeah. Oh, 2 weeks. We're only 2 weeks away from the Green Lantern Sentinel Heart of Darkness miniseries.
I haven't read that in a while either. Looking forward to that.
So in 2 weeks, we'll do that 3-issue miniseries and Green Lantern Secret Files and Origins #1.
Nice. And then we're in June.
Well, you know what? We're recording June episodes now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We make it to June at that point.
Actually, the one we just discussed is the first week of June, William. So
nice. Okay.
And then after Green Lantern Sentinel, the last week of June, we'll do Green Lantern 97 through 99 and Green Lantern 80-page. Wait, I have to check that because I think 80-page giant twice. Okay, let me double check that, unless that's #2. All right. I will check that out, kids. All right. And then, of course, summer of 69.
Right on.
Damn, we're so close to having episode 69. And in summer of 69 when we covered Green Lantern issue 69.
That would have been too much. I think that was overkill, right?
Yeah. All right, kids. So yes, send your thoughts for those issues next week and special guest Lilith Hellfire. Ask her anything, kids. Please. The more embarrassing, the better. Please. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. Find the Green Lantern fan group on Facebook. Find all the links to all the various social medias and Facebook fan groups. And also, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's completely free. Everything we do gets a video. So make sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a second of anything we do.
Smash it.
And please subscribe to the Patreon. Again, it's labor of love. We're paying for this out of our own pocket, but get early access to the creator interviews, including once a month, Mr. DG Chichester talks to me and Lilith about one of his comic book stories. I believe the May episode will be Punisher Annual 4. So we'll see if Frank Castle's competent.
I got the good one out for you guys
this time. And superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time, even if it kills me. Yeah, we crowned the Marvel winner in April, and yes, this month, May's episode will be Batman Forever versus Batman and Robin. So
You're a strong man.
June will be Superman 3 versus Superman 4, which Charlie and Lilith both have strong feelings about both of them. So I'm just going to sit back and eat some popcorn. And then in July, we're going to do Catwoman versus the Green Lantern movie. So me, Lilith, Charlie, and Kristen will be joined by special guest in July. That's right. Our Hal Jordan expert himself.
I, of course, know Hal Jordan.
So if you want your more William Allred, yes, subscribe to the Patreon. Or pick yourself up from Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. Mr. Will Allred, as if he wasn't busy. What? Oh, that's right. That's right. Our missing friend, MIA, Mr. Matt Kona, MIA Kona. You can find him right now until he comes back over everything social media. All the social media is probably Telegram also. At Matt Kona, MATTKONA.
I could sprinkle some pin particles on it to make it bigger.
It's a bit of a heel turn.
And Will's favorite.
When he gives me his bone.
Now we get to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Will Allred, master of the core, master of the quantum zone, master of the crossover division, master of the Diary of Night, master of the Kickstarter, master of all manner of podcasts. Where can people find you?
In a few places. You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED at Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and probably other social media out there that I've forgotten I've set up. But you can also find Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. We're getting ready to launch the issue for number 4 on Kickstarter in the coming weeks at some point, and number 3 should be printed and shipped out to all the backers real soon before we launch number 4. You can also check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com, and you probably have awesome taste if you're watching us, so that means you love Quasar as well. So check out all kinds of cool stuff about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org. And because I'm just not, I have no imagination and I just want to imitate Phil, you can also find all these links at Linktree. That's linktr.ee/Wallred.
Hey, boys, you look at the party? I love the party.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that crossover division. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it printed.
I'm sure you do.
It's almost there.
All right. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again next week. big crossover, extra issues, and of course, guess the queen of the 69 herself will be here. So who knows? It's gonna get nuts.
Yes, it will.
And we've coined a new nickname, MIA Kona.
MIA Kona.
He's gonna. I should tell him that. He'll be like, my name's not Mia.
Yeah, it is now.
When you get back, Mia. All right, kids. Come back next time. And remember, look twice before you cross that volcano. Good night.